Hello, and welcome to the Friday stream where you guys get to play against us and we'll try to answer your questions about how to get better at the game and try to teach you things that maybe you didn't know beforehand. I'm Duke.
And I'm Josh.
Yep.
What counters axe? Punishing attacks is what counters axe. So if the axe user is commonly trying to fastball side air, then you can just use your anti-air attacks to beat him or stay above it. Staying above fastball side air, that goes for hammer as well. Staying above it tends to work pretty well if you're struggling against attacks.
Spot dodging is also really good.
Spot
dodging will punish a lot of axe things.
Yeah, spot dodging against axe will punish a majority of the... I recommend going into... I've said this before, but I super recommend doing this. Just going into training mode, setting the bots... That was good. Yeah. Setting the bots dodge to random, and then punishing that random dodge, right? And so if you land a side light, see where they dodge, punish it. I mean, he's also just kind of reading your movement. That's really tough. Like when you read like how someone is moving, it becomes very easy to land your attack. So kind of what's happening is Double Dime has paid attention to what Duke has been doing, like catching jumps like that, and that's why that was so handed. When do I need to use Sentinel Sigs, and when do I need to use Giro Sigs? Okay, Sentinel Sigs. You're probably underutilizing Qatar down signature. I would use it a lot more than what you're currently using. I'm just assuming. Just from playing Sentinels, I've noticed that they like to use side signature and neutral signature a lot. So if you catch dodge-ins or people trying to get up over the edge with your down signature on Qatar, that'll be good. You should do that. This is really close right now.
Any tips for Baraz's axe and guns? His signatures are all kind of slow, so you gotta just be careful not to throw them out. They're pretty risky, but they're a nice benefit if you can hit them. They have quite a bit of force behind them.
Down sig on axe while edge guarding works a lot, and then you'll catch a lot of jumps with gun neutral signature. So if you notice someone is jumping after getting hit a lot, you can probably safely land a neutral signature on them 1 or 2 times. Actually, that goes for axe as well. What are good advanced gauntlet combos? There's not really advanced combos, it's more strings. And so if you want to land some of the more advanced stuff, like landing a down air and then chase dodge into neutral air and then kind of continuing that string, just pay attention to what your opponent is doing, and that'll allow you to read dodges. Because once you start reading dodges, like if you've seen Sandstorm's Mordex, he just kind of reads dodges really well, and that's kind of what will get you to the advanced stages of gauntlets. Any tips on cross? I just got a Shadow Lord skin. That's a good skin. Catch jumps with neutral sig on both weapons, actually. People will like to jump after getting hit, and so just kind of recognize that. And then, like, especially versus, like, when you're using his blasters, you can land a side light into a side air, and then they'll mostly dodge and jump kind of in that order right after. And so just recognize that and start punishing. Should I play a lot of Legends or play a small group of them? Well, it depends. So I play a lot of Legends because I main like 1 or 2, but I play a lot of different Legends because I want to make sure I still know how to play different weapons and use the different signatures, so I know how to punish those different weapons and those different signatures. So if you're struggling against specific things, then play that specific thing or go into training mode and see what the hitboxes and stuff are like. But if you're trying to, like, if you found the characters you like, then just play those. Nothing wrong about sticking to 1 or 2 Legends. Tips for improving your spacing. Yeah, what helps me with spacing is kind of what I mentioned a little bit before I've touched on. Just noticing how the person is moving. So you notice right now Duke is keeping this guy away from the sword, right? Because he knows that he's trying to get a weapon, right? And so that's why he's landing so many attacks in succession. So just kind of recognize the patterns that your opponent is doing, and punish accordingly. That'll help you reduce spacing, just recognizing how they're moving. Okay, tip for blasters. Switch up your approaches. If you're landing down air, try to go for gravity cancel down light after, then follow up after that. You can also, after you land a neutral light, X pivot a neutral air if you know how to X pivot. If not, go into training mode and, well, actually, you know what? There's my tip. X pivot on blasters more. You can like dash, jump, or chase, dodge in a direction, and then for neutral air specifically, you press diagonal in the opposite direction you're moving, and then attack.